Exploring the life of Moonshiners fan favorite star Mark Rogers. If you're looking to binge a show about some truly intense off-the-grid hoochmaking, look no further than Moonshiners. The Discovery Channel program has been enthralling fans with its Appalachia-centric alcohol distilling since 2011, and in that time devout fans have seen virtually everything that can happen, good and bad, while making moonshine. Through the literal fire and flames, one style of Moonshiners has stood out for his resourcefulness and lickability to fans: Mark Rogers. The veteran distiller has a lot of experience brewing some seriously potent beverages, but who exactly is he outside of the show? Keep reading for an explainer on the known details of Mark's life when the cameras aren't rolling. Moonshine is such a huge part of Mark's life that it practically runs through his veins. Per his official bio on the Sugarlands Distillery website, Mark has been brewing the special alcoholic concoction since he was about 8 years old, after picking up the trade from his 12 uncles. With a penchant for taking things slow to achieve the best distilling results, Mark once said, "Once you've had some good liquor, you'll know it." Mark has appeared on the last 11 seasons of Moonshiners, and in that time, fans have learned quite a bit about who he is outside of his work with moonshine. An avid outdoorsman, Mark loves fishing, hunting, and using his carpentry skills to erect some seriously impressive woodland structures, tools, and other things. In terms of his love life, it is unconfirmed whether Mark is involved romantically with anyone as of the time of writing. Unlike his costers, Mark Ramsey and Eric Digger Maines, Mark does not wear a wedding ring and has never mentioned a significant other on the show. Based on that, it's fair to assume that he is not married, but we cannot determine whether or not he is seeing someone in any other capacity. Part of the thrill of watching Moonshiners is knowing that the distilling that the intrepid individuals showcased on the show are doing is entirely illegal. Aside from their creation processes, Moonshiners spotlights how the likes of Mark and his partner Huck work tirelessly to avoid being captured by the polyspile making their moonshine. It's not all lawlessness, however, as Mark has attained a level of fame that has afforded him the ability to partner up with legal distilleries. The aforementioned Sugarland Distillery was the first to reach out to Mark, and together with the moonshining legend, they created Mark Rogers' American Peach Moonshine. With a taste similar to sweet peaches, it is served in a 750 milliliters jar and is priced at $32.99 domestically. The liquor can be purchased from the distiller's official website. Although Mark and Huck have been a pretty consistent presence on the show for over a decade, fans have been starting to wonder whether Mark Rogers has left the show for season 12. They hadn't been nearly as involved in the show this season as in previous seasons. Instead, most of the episodes thus far have seemed to focus on Mike and Jerry, which some fans have mixed feelings about. Currently, Mark's IMDb profile seems to reflect that his time on the show ended in 2022, but there doesn't appear to be any confirmation about it from Discovery. We'll certainly be on the lookout for more info in the meantime. Be sure to check out the rest of the Moonshiners cast Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Discovery. Did Digger from Moonshiners get busted? His craft is definitely risky as Josh Owens ever been arrested. Here's what to know about the Moonshiners. Star Moonshiners use an unusual raccoon bone when distilling their liquor. Exploring the life of Moonshiners fan favorites star Mark Rogers. The world of reality television has given rise to many unique and intriguing personalities, but few have captured the hearts of viewers quite like Mark Rogers, the fan favorite star of the Discovery Channel's hit show Moonshiners. With a reputation for his rugged individualism, daring spirit, and unshakable passion for his craft, Rogers has become a beloved figure in the world of moonshining, a subculture steeped in tradition, rebellion, and skill. This essay will explore the life of Mark Rogers, focusing on his journey into the moonshine business, his experiences on the show, and the qualities that have made him such an endearing and compelling figure in the world of reality television. The early years. Growing up in Appalachia, Mark Rogers was born and raised in the Appalachian region, a place where the practice of moonshining has deep historical roots. The Appalachian Mountains, which stretch across several states in the U.S., have long been associated with the production of illegal spirits, dating back to the 18th century when the first settlers arrived. It was in this rugged and remote environment that Rogers was introduced to the world of moonshine at an early age. Growing up in the Appalachian region, Rogers was surrounded independence and self-reliance. His family, like many others in the area, was deeply connected to the land and to the traditions of the mountains. His grandfather, a figure who played a significant role in shaping his life, was a moonshiner who had learned the craft from his own family members. It was from him that Rogers first learned about the intricacies of the moonshine business, a practice that had been passed down through generations. Rogers has spoken openly about the influence of his family on his life and career, and it is clear that his roots in the Appalachian region shaped not only his work ethic, but also his passion for preserving traditional skills. In the remote hollows and deep forests of Appalachia, moonshining was not just a way to make a living. It was a cultural practice, a form of rebellion against government control, and a symbol of survival in the face of hardship. The journey into moonshining as a young man. Rogers initially worked a variety of jobs, including labor-intensive positions in construction and other manual labor sectors. However, his heart always remained tied to the mountains and to the traditions of moonshining that had been passed down to him. The allure of the craft was undeniable, and Rogers found himself drawn to the secretive, hands-on process of distilling alcohol. For Rogers, the process of moonshining was not just about making alcohol, it was about mastering an art form. The creation of moonshine, particularly the high-proof corn liquor that is a hallmark of Appalachian moonshiners, requires a level of skill, patience, and precision. There are no shortcuts in moonshining, and the learning curve can be steep for those who lack experience. For Rogers, however, the challenge was part of the appeal. He saw moonshining as a craft that demanded respect, attention to detail, and a deep understanding of the materials and methods involved. In the beginning, Rogers worked on his craft in secret, perfecting his skills in the hidden corners of the Appalachian wilderness. His early moonshine batches were small, produced using traditional copper stills and recipes passed down through generations. Rogers quickly gained a reputation as a skilled and meticulous distiller, someone who understood the nuances of the craft and who was able to produce a product that was both high quality and potent. However, as the moonshine business continued to evolve, so too did Rogers' approach. He eventually transitioned from operating in the shadows to becoming more public about his craft. This shift eventually led to his involvement with Moonshiners, the reality television show that would bring him nationwide fame. The rise to fame. Joining Moonshiners premiered in 2011 on the Discovery Channel, offering viewers a behind-the-scenes look at the secretive world of illegal alcohol production. The show, which blended reality TV with documentary-style storytelling, quickly became a hit, drawing in viewers who were fascinated by the blend of tradition, danger, and rebellion that the show depicted. Rogers first appeared on the show in 2013, joining a group of Moonshiners who were already established as fan favorites. From the moment he appeared on screen, it was clear that Rogers brought something unique to the table. He was charismatic, confident, and deeply knowledgeable about the craft of moonshining. But it was his authenticity that truly resonated with viewers. In an industry that often values showmanship and spectacle, Rogers stood out for his no-nonsense approach to moonshining. He wasn't interested in drama or flash. He was focused on making the best product he could. One of the key aspects of Roger's appeal on Moonshiners is his genuine love for the craft. He doesn't view moonshining as a means to an end or as a way to get rich quick. Instead, it is a passion that he pursues because it is deeply ingrained in his family's history and because he sees it as a way to keep a fading tradition alive. His respect for the art form shines through in every episode, and it is clear that for Rogers, moonshining is about more than just the final product. It's about preserving a way of life. Despite the dangers associated with moonshining, including the risk of being caught by law enforcement, Rogers' calm demeanor and steady approach to his work made him a fan favorite. Viewers appreciated his quiet confidence and his willingness to tackle the toughest challenges, whether it was perfecting a new recipe, dealing with equipment malfunctions, or navigating the complicated legal landscape of moonshine production. Roger's success on Moonshiners can also be attributed to his ability to relate to both the show's audience and his fellow cast members. He is a man of few words, but when he speaks, it's always with authority and insight. He has a way of cutting through the noise and focusing on what matters, whether that's the quality of the moonshine or the bond he shares with his fellow distillers. This grounded